Good morning, everyone. Happy Thursday. It's my fourth live about my GLP-1 Nutrition Foundation group program. Again, I'm Cindy. I'm a functional nutrition practitioner and certified menopause specialist. And today I wanted to talk about, again, I have my notes. We're talking about eating less. So eating less is not helping you on a GLP-1, even though the job of the GLP-1 is to suppress your appetite. Okay, so mindset. Where does our mindset come from of eating less? Okay, so decades of diet culture have trained us to equate restriction with success, and that is so not helpful to our body, especially in perimenopause and menopause. Okay, so less food, more willpower, better results. And that model was wrong to begin with, and it's extra wrong here. Okay, what happens to muscle in menopause? We're already losing muscle in perimenopause to menopause when we lose estrogen. Okay, and so it accelerates the more estrogen we lose. And then being on a GLP-1, if you're on a super high dose, which is not always necessary, you're losing muscle on top of the muscle you're losing in perimenopause and menopause. So under eating, also it speeds that up significantly. Okay, so when we don't eat enough for our body, it breaks down the muscle for energy. That's where carbs come in. We need carbs for our energy so that our muscle is not used. Okay, so on a GLP-1 in menopause, you're already fighting against muscle loss, right? So under eating just makes it a losing battle. So that's why we have to make sure we're eating protein and eating on a timed schedule, not based on your hunger pangs, because you're not going to be hungry most likely. Okay. Metabolic slowdown is real. I am living proof of metabolic slowdown, 30 years of metabolic dysfunction, okay? Chronic undereating, if women have eaten 1,200 calories for decades, you have slowed your metabolism down. Your body's been in fight or flight for a long time because it doesn't know when it's going to get food again, because you're not giving it enough of what it needs, okay? And it triggers your body to adapt. It gets more efficient and it burns less, and you want it to burn more. Right? And so that's why when women hit plateaus, even when they're barely eating, because your body can't function like that. And then the goal isn't to eat as little as possible. Okay? It's to eat the right things and enough protein. You want blood sugar stability and a consistent eating rhythm. In other words, breakfast, lunch, dinner, maybe a snack if you're, still needing to get your protein in. And that's what supports the medication. Okay? One thing I hear is I've always had to cut calories to lose weight. Why is a GLP-1 different? Yes, usually you have to be in a calorie deficit. I'm a twice certified macronutrient coach, so I know macros. I calculate them by hand, not with a stupid app. And restriction just hurts your body. It tells your body that you're not getting any food. Okay, so the medicine is already suppressing and reducing your appetite. And so you don't need restriction on top of it. You need to make sure you're getting the right nutrients, okay? You have to get the protein at every meal, which is at least 3 times a day, 30 grams. There's your 90 grams of protein. You should be aiming for more, like 100, 120 grams, but if you can get close to 90 to 100, you're good, okay? Tomorrow I'm going to go into like my personal story and share why, as a functional nutrition practitioner, I started a GLP-1 myself, and what I wish I had known going on when I started mine. So it's going to be a good one. So come back tomorrow and please share this with or share my profile with any other woman that you know that's struggling on a GLP-1.